people start put themselves out there, there's usually disbelief from their prospect, especially in the early days where there's no much social proof. There's literally you putting yourself out there open to criticism and feedback from people, and you might have not found your tone of voice. You might not feel as comfortable in front of the camera, or you find it hard to write posts and whatnot. So what is your experience with that? Did you have that in your early days, or how you overcame that?
When I first got started, I had a certain amount of confidence because I knew my material very well. I had a certain amount of confidence because I knew that I could be successful with content. And I had a lot of experience putting myself out there. So that gave me personal confidence. So I never had as I say, a crisis of confidence because I was sort of new at it. But I knew the normal human phenomenon of generosity was always going to work in my favour, because I know as a human being that if someone's generous to me, I know what my emotional response is to that act of generosity. And so because I have an expertise and I know that people are trying to connect with me to tap into that expertise, once I've been able to attract them into my realm, where I'm able to showcase my expertise, if I give my expertise away and share generously to the point where I've essentially answered the question and helped them solve a problem, where the value exchange occurs, which in my instance is selling peace of mind, and that's what determines whether the customer is going to part with money or not. I can't ultimately control whether a customer is going to part with their money or not. But I know through the design of the business model and the choices that I make in terms of how I want to interact and relate with them, that if I'm generous and I seek just to help them achieve their objectives and put forward a proposition that is a risk-free proposition on their part, then the likelihood is that they will transact, because generosity always wins the day. Unless, of course, you're dealing with a sociopath. But I've had sociopaths come into my lives on two separate occasions, one through the front door and one through the back door, and they wreak complete havoc. So now I have an acute understanding of, when a sociopath walks into my office, or they're looking to basically just take, I can pick them up very quickly, and I'm able to close those relationships down before they really get started. But that's based on experience. But the reality is 80% of the people that you come into contact with will just be regular, normal human beings who have a problem, who've gone to the trouble of responding to whatever outreach initiative you've made. When you've got that dialogue ongoing, just be generous. It costs you nothing, right? And you're dealing with your own time, and your time until it's converted into cash has got no value whatsoever, right? So why not leverage your ability to be generous as an investment in the prospect of a relationship that could turn lucrative over time? So generosity is the acid catalyst, I think, to basically digging yourself out of a hole, because people will respond to an act of generosity. Not everybody, but the vast majority of people do, and that then really does set the door open to potentially having a commercial relationship with the party, especially, of course, if there's an irresistible offer thrown in.